Panasonic. Ideas for life.
Congratulations on the win today. How was the game for you guys?
It was a great result. The last time we beat Kuwait was actually back in 2007. So they are definitely a benchmark that we set ourselves against. So it was a great result for us.
Okay. So how did you first started off playing water polo?
I was actually a swimmer since young. And then when in secondary school, I had the chance to play water polo in my school. And then I tried it out and found that it was a lot of fun, being a team sport and having a ball involved. Yeah, so I jumped into it and have been playing ever since.
So before you went into the national squad, right? How did it feel, and how did you feel after being like a national team player?
Definitely with the rich heritage and the rich history that the Singapore water polo team has, it's a great privilege to be selected to be in the junior squad back then. And it has always been a privilege ever since. We never ever take it for granted. And yeah, so we always play hard, and because it's representing the country.
So what is your training regime like?
We train 6 days a week. Okay, so it's every evening during the weekdays and in the morning on Saturdays. Out of these 6 sessions, we have 2 gym sessions, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah.
So how has water polo made an impact in your life?
I think water polo is a big part of my life. We spend 3 hours in the pool almost every day, and for a lot of us, we have, especially from personal experience, I also sacrifice a lot for water polo. Definitely, a lot of us give up our spare time. Maybe I'm sure a lot of them like to watch movies. A lot of Singaporeans like to watch TV in their spare time. Definitely, we don't have the time for that. After school or after work, we come to the pool, we train. By the time we have dinner, it's about 11:30. We reach home, it's almost midnight. And that is our daily routine. But all of us enjoy it, and this is what we love to do.
So what's your happiest and toughest moment playing water polo?
Happiest moment? I think happiest moment was definitely my first SEA Games. That was back in 2011. We won against Indonesia in the round robin game. It was against a very hostile home crowd. The entire stadium was packed with their supporters, and we managed to win them in a very close game, coming back from behind. That was definitely a very happy moment.
Okay, so what's the toughest moment playing water polo?
Toughest. I would think that would also constitute the toughest moment. We were down by 3 or 4 goals in the first quarter, and it's definitely hard to play against a very noisy crowd. We couldn't even hear each other shout commands or shout instructions. Couldn't hear the coach from the bench. The team really pulled together, and it was a really good effort again here.
So some teams regard their coach as like a fatherly figure to like the whole, because like the voice and everything. So how has your coach been like a support to you guys?
I think not so much fatherly, but he definitely gives us a lot of guidance, and he's more like we have a very good relationship in that we can talk to him and we can voice our opinions also. Especially as senior players, we have some thoughts about the gameplay and how we fared, and definitely in terms of the training schedule, sometimes maybe we think the boys have put in a lot of effort that week, and maybe one session we need a bit of a break, and he's very open to it. There's very good dialogue between the players and him. Yeah.
Okay, so is there a special song that means a lot to you and the team, and why?
Special song? I don't think so.
Alright, okay, then to you yourself?
Not really also. I listen to a lot of genres of music, so I think it's really just what suits me for the day. There's never a fixed like or psych up song.
So do you have any celebrity crush?
No. Maybe Paul. Yeah.
Okay. To maintain your rib figure, do you maintain a strict diet?
We try as much as we can. Definitely, we have our nutritionist with us who gives us advice. But definitely, I think the most important thing is just eat in moderation. Like sometimes, of course, you can let loose a bit, have a buffet or have some fast food. Just I mean, just give yourself a break sometimes, but just watch it, have a good balanced diet, and don't have to be too strict.
So usually what's your healthy diet like?
Usually, for my meals, I like to have mixed vegetable rice or the economic rice. I think like you have a lot of variety, and definitely you can choose exactly what you want. It's not like a fixed portion given to you, so you can have like more. You can choose more veg and a good balance between meats and veg. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you set your mind in telling yourself that I cannot eat junk food and everything like?
I think for myself, I take it as a reward sometimes. So like maybe after a tough session, you can have a bit of chocolate or some chips. Maybe during the weekends also a bit more snack. Yeah.
When you're tempted, what do you do when you're tempted and you know that you cannot eat it?
Definitely the practice for us is also we have some healthier snacks which maybe have some chocolate in it, like some of the cereal bars or fruit bars have some chocolate. So that is sort of a treat, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel participating in the Clio 2012 eligible bachelor?
It was definitely an experience. Actually, I was coerced by my friend to go into it. Yeah, so I mean, I've never been in anything like that before. Yeah, I think it helped with my confidence a bit in front of the camera, in front of crowds. Definitely a lot of learning points from the experience.
What do you think contributed most to your victory?
I think definitely I have quite a diverse range of interests. So I do some baking on the side, like play polo, and also I think my position as a student and sportsman also appealed to some of the crowd.
Okay, so being the winner of the contest, have more girls been flocking to you in school, in the pool, or in the shopping mall?
No. I think after I experienced, the hype died down really quickly. I don't think many people actually recognize me.
Okay, so for hot pot like yours, do you frequent the beach, Sentosa, Tanjung Beach Club, or anywhere else?
I actually don't really like to go to the beach because the sand, I feel it's quite, I don't know, I don't really like the sand. So actually the beach is not a place for me.
Are you a gamer?
Yeah.
Okay, so what games do you play?
I like to play Dota, especially we actually play a lot as a team. Yeah, so at night, maybe if we're not too tired, we have a game or two before you sleep, or on the weekends. And in the past, we used to like go out and play at the land shop together. That kind of thing, yeah.
After training,
Yeah.
So it's kind of a team bonding as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So do you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
If yes, what is the greatest attraction to you?
I think she is really supportive. Like I mentioned earlier, our training schedule is very hectic. Like almost every evening we're in the pool. The rest of the time, I'm either in school or at work. And she's just really understanding and very supportive of our sport. Yeah.
What is the sweetest thing that you have done for your girlfriend?
She was on exchange last year actually in Italy. It was her birthday when she was away, so I arranged for some flowers and some stuff to be delivered to her.
Okay, so where do you usually hang out on Friday nights and the weekends?
We used to go out a bit in the nights, like go to Zouk or stuff. Now not so much. Now we're getting a bit older already. The schedule and the training is taking its toll on us. So usually nowadays we like to catch a movie, maybe Friday nights or Saturday nights, and just hang out a bit.
So lastly, where do you see Singapore's water polo in the future?
I think Asian Cup is definitely a stepping stone for us going forward. We want to benchmark ourselves against some of the regional powerhouses like Iran. China this time sent a younger team, but definitely they still have to be respected. And we'll aim for good results in the remaining games. SEA Games will definitely remain our stronghold. We definitely want to retain that for years to come. But going forward, next year will be a big year for us. We are aiming for Commonwealth Games, aiming for Asian Games, and we really want to challenge the really strong countries like China, Japan, and Kazakhstan, as well as see how we fare against some of the European teams in Commonwealth Games.
So I heard that Indonesia is your greatest rivalry in SEA Games. So when you all play against them, do you all have any like special strategy that you all differ from other teams as well?
There's no real change in strategy. I think it's just against really close rivals, there's extra mental prep that we have to go into, and most of the time our coach tells us and we believe in our ability, so as long as we execute our game plan, we stick to it, we should be able to come away with the result.
So tell us about more like the preparation of the SEA Games from now to the SEA Games. What have you all been doing so far?
We actually recently came back from a European training trip. So we were in Hungary, Slovakia, and Austria. So the Europeans are definitely the best in the world, and we had a good exposure there. We saw how we matched up to some of their club teams over there, and we did really well. And I think it really helped us in our preparation for this competition. Going forward, I don't think we have any other trips before going up to Myanmar, but definitely we'll keep at it, keep to our 6 days a week training, and I think we'll have more internal competitions, getting some of the ex-national players to come down and spar with us, so to keep the tension and that sort of competition level within us, so we are used to that sort of stress, sort of pressure, and yeah, I think this will go on all the way till we go to Myanmar.